Hi, next thing that we need to understand is the different concept of marketing. Marketing is divided into two different concepts, the modern and the traditional one. So let's start with the traditional one first. The traditional marketing concept or the selling concept involves around four different areas: the starting point, the primary focus, the means of achieving goals, and the desired ends. So it starts from factory and it focuses on creating more and more products and selling and promoting them into the market in various ways so that the profitable sales can be achieved. The idea is to create all the different techniques that can push more and more sales. So the modern marketing concept focuses on customer and customer satisfaction. So it starts from market, whereas the selling concept was starting from the factory. It focuses on the needs of the customers. What are their needs? What are their preferences? What they like, what they don't like, how you can improve your product, and try to create the customer satisfaction. And in this concept, it is believed that if we are able to satisfy the customer, then we can achieve more sales in the longer period of time. So we can understand this concept by one simple example. So let's look at this picture of a person who is looking for a lift and he is using a play card about the destination. But onto the other end, there is a guy who's been doing the same thing but in a different way. So what he's doing is he's trying to create an emotional connect with people and try to see if emotionally he can make a connect and get the lift. So see, both of the concepts focuses on creating profit for the organization, focuses on promoting the products and services, but at the end it's all about the way the message is communicated, and that's the major difference between the two. I hope you now able to understand the difference between marketing and the selling school of thoughts. Now let's move next to understand importance of marketing. Importance of marketing. What is marketing? We will understand this by a case study of cola brands. The first and the most important part of marketing is to help businesses in growing their sales and operate successfully. So what is the color of Santa? Red, white, right? This is what we have seen in the last few years. But Santa was not red and white. Santa was green and white. It was a campaign that was driven by the marketeers working for Coke way back, where they designed a Santa in red and white, or they created the colors red and white so they go well in the Christmas season with Coke's brand colors. And since then, Santa is red and white. So that's the power of marketing. So next added advantage or the importance of marketing is it helps you to understand your customers and the preferences. If you see, Coke comes in different flavors. Initially, Coke came up with a single product or a single flavor, but based on to the growing demand, some people were looking for a low calorie options. They come up with a low calorie Coke, or a diet Coke, and with time to create another different product, they come up with a 0 calorie Coke now. Now, who decides that various variants needs to be launched into market? It's no one but the marketing team. So the third important factor of marketing is it helps in developing strategies to counter the competition. You have seen the Coke and Pepsi wars and the different ads that they launch time to time. Who's been managing at the back end is no one but their marketing team. Now that you've understood the importance of marketing, let's move next to a new module. So the next sub-module will focus on objectives of marketing. We will take the case of Domino's Pizza to understand it. The first objective of marketing is to provide customers satisfaction. So when you walk into Domino's, you might have seen that a lot of times you've been given a feedback form, or maybe onto your mails you receive a lot of feedbacks time and again. So why are these feedbacks needed? It helps an organization to improve their products and services. The second objective of marketing is to increase the demand of a product. Remember the 30 minutes or the free campaign by Domino's? Why was it created? It was created so that more and more people can taste the pizza and order it at home. The next objective is to provide better quality of products. Have you ever gone to Domino's website? So whenever you go onto their website or place an order online, you might have seen the progress of your order. The process of baking to cooking to delivery can be viewed real time on their app. It also helps them to control the quality of the product. And also there is the fourth point, that is to create the goodwill for the organization. So Domino's offer open kitchens to youngsters, as well as while you're placing the order, you might have seen people making dough at the back end. So why is that? So that you can see the real-time quality and get trust into the brand. The fifth objective of marketing is to generate profitable sales volume month on month. So all the coupons and all the promotional activities that has been done is to ensure that month on month each of the stores is actually achieving their monthly targets. I hope you're clear with the different objectives of marketing now. Let's move next. The fifth sub-module of this particular chapter is functions of marketing. In this chapter, we will learn about 10 different functions of marketing, starting with market research. So what is market research? Whenever you're planning to launch a product or a service into market, there are few concerns that we have. That is size of market, the competitors, the pricing, right? So who's the one and how we will get this information from the market? So this all is gathered by a simple process of market research. Who does market research? There are two different ways to get the market research done. One is the primary research and the second one is the secondary research. Primary research is the research that is done by you, and the secondary research is basically getting data from the third parties or the agencies or the companies that are only into market research. So primary data or primary data collection will involve various activities like doing surveys, doing interviews, putting questionnaires to the prospects and the people who are into your industry, and maybe doing some field trials or the experiment. Let's move to the next function now. Next function is product planning. So what is the definition of product planning? Product planning is the process of creating or improving a product idea based on the need of the market and following through on it until the product is introduced into the market. This can be understood by taking an example of Batman, the series. Batman initially started off as a comic character, became a cartoon, and then a movie. So what is that? The product is still the same, but the way it's been packaged and marketed is something that has been changing from time to time. So the next thing is packaging. So what is packaging? Packaging is the technology of enclosing or protecting products for distribution, storage, sales and use. So the Tetra packs that you use at your homes are just nothing but an innovative packaging that helps milk or juices to be there for a longer period of time. That is, they help companies to improve their shelf life. The fourth function of marketing is standardization and grading. So what is standardization? Have you ever walked into a McD in Delhi or maybe in some other part of country? Do the burger taste the same or not? Yes, of course. So what is that helps them to make sure that their processes, their taste, their menu is standard? So this activity is nothing but standardization. So let's go to the definition of standardization. Standardization refers to the development of standards for production of goods with respect to shape, design, color and other characteristics. The next thing is grading. So grading is also important and very much related part to standardization. So as per the definition, grading involves separating products into different classes on the basis of certain predetermined standards relating to size and quality. Grading is required in case of agriculture, forest and mineral products such as cotton, sugarcane, iron ore, coal, timber, etc. Now, let's talk about a bag of chip. maybe your favorite brand, let's say Lay's. Now Lay's, when they pick the potatoes for making a chip, they have to ensure that from wherever they've been picking a potato, it has to be graded in a particular manner, because if it's a natural ingredient and you are not picking it in a right way, then the taste of the end product may vary. So there is team at the back end that is managing this entire show, right? So the next thing is branding. Why is branding important? So let's go through the definition of branding. Branding means giving an attractive name, symbol or identity mark to the product to make a product different from others so that it is known by name, symbol or mark. Look at these two pictures. We have nowhere mentioned their brand, but still you can identify the brand that is associated with it. The first one represents McDonald's and the second one KFC, but we have never or nowhere on this entire slide mentioned the name. That is what branding can do. It can help people to recollect the name of the company or the associated products or services. The next function of marketing is to plan pricing. Pricing is a function that consists of various subdenominations that could be profit, cost of food, labor, salary, supplies, utility, marketing and maintenance cost. So how to create or how to place a product into the market so that it can also take on to the competition available into market at the best price is something that is a role of pricing function. The next function is promotion. So how will you promote a product to the consumers? So if we go by the definition, promotion refers to raising customer awareness of a product or a brand, whereby customers are made aware of the products, its features, price, availability, etc. And you can use various ways. If you look at the slide, you see various activities where there are some pamphlets, there are some outdoor banners, there are some hoardings, there are loudspeakers, mails, your online ads and telecalling. This all is part of nothing but the promotions in which we decide how to reach out to the customers and give them the right message and the description of a product so that they get interested into it, right? The next function is distribution. So what is distribution? Distribution is the process of making a product or service available for the consumer or businesses that needs it. We recently saw the launch of Moto on an e-commerce website in India. They exclusively selected that distribution channel and made a great number of sales using that. Why? Because these people already had the data as well as the details of various people who might be the target consumers of that particular brand, right? So distribution takes care of the process in which a product is made available to all the prospects at the right time and at the right place. So let's move to the next function, that's of selling. So what is selling? Selling is the activity of trying to bring a buyer to a point where he exchanges money for seller's goods and services. So when we talk about the art of selling, we need to give user a reason for which he should, or the value for which he should shell out the money from his pocket. So if we take example onto the slide over here, this comes from the Dollar Shave Club. It's a brand in US and now a global brand that provides you monthly supplies of razors at $1. So what is their tagline? They say a great shave, deliver, try any razor for just $1. So they're giving you a trial for $1. And they look at the description, it says includes a weighty handle, 4 cartridges and free shipping, all in $1. Wow, get started, right? So what is the value? So they're passing a value to customer, right? So that value is something that you need to pass on to a customer so that he decides whether the value is worth buying a product or not. And the last function is retention. So there is someone who has already bought your product. The data says it's easier for a brand to reach out to their current consumers and sell again rather than getting a new person to buy your product. So retention is also a very important part of marketing. So all these privilege, memberships and the loyalty cards are nothing but a part of this activity only. You might have seen a lot of companies here. We take an example of Cafe Coffee Day. So what they do on every birthday, they send you messages, mailers offering the discounts. This is nothing but the activity to stay on top of minds of your regular customers. I hope you liked this session. See you soon in a new chapter.